MagnaMax. I got this knife for free. Sal reached out to me on the Spyderco forum, asked me if I was interested in testing it out. I said sure, go right ahead. I just finished up testing MagnaCut on the, and I posted my results on the Spyderco forum, and it's only fitting that I would do the upgraded version of MagnaMax, aka Proto X, but we're calling it MagnaMax now because that's the official name. In cut testing, I eventually reached a peak performance of 430. 430 hovers between S90V and Seki City K390. For a first run, not too bad. MagnaCut, Spyderco MagnaCut did 330. This did 100 more, so it is a significant upgrade over it. That's the edge retention of about 2 razor blades right there. So it is an upgrade. I feel like in custom heat treats we could see much more higher performance because it'll be more optimized with, you know, what custom small batch makers actually do. The front end sharpness was actually very high. Another similar attribute is MagnaCut, so it literally is the same way. I believe this one was 290 or 300. So the front end sharpness, the bulk of the edge retention is front end sharpness on MagnaMax. MagnaCut itself, when I did the longevity test, it lasted 13 rounds. MagnaMax did 16. 16 rounds at 124 slices is 1,984. This tells me that there's a lot of strength and stability at the edge to actually rebound back, and the heat treat is actually, it's on point for a production, you know, based fixed blade that that I was given for free to check out. I've only seen a couple other steels, mostly customs, that actually go that route. Most production stuff only lasts, the edge only rebounds 8 or 9 times. This doubles that. So even in a production format, you are going to be able to strop back, hone back the edge after a significant amount of work quite a bit. I took it to the ice block, and I did it with a few other knives at the time. I did it with Rec 76, 15V, and the AEBL Mule. The AEBL Mule, that actually outcut the Spyderco MagnaCut, and since it's the same size, I was kind of curious where the toughness, the efficiency percentages actually would be. The AEBL did 280 out of 345, so the efficiency is about 82%. This MagnaMax crapped out at 380, so 380 out of 430 is about 88% efficiency, which is on the high end for many of the knives that I've actually tested out. And the real benefit of something like that is, if you think about what edge deformation, what increases edge deformation, lateral stresses, impacts. Lateral stresses is something I really can't do testing wise. I feel like that's better for the brass rods, especially on the prototype coupons, to check out the edge stability on certain heat treat protocols before custom makers put it out to market. However, at 88% when it comes to just overall efficiency, that means Catra test results, other people that do controlled cut testing like I do, MagnaMax in real world use is going to mimic the same level of performance. Steels like M398, from my experience, do very well in controlled cut testing, but when I took it out to real world, like cardboard cutting, I noticed the edge, it would decline rapidly. There's not enough strength to support the edge angles that I want, so I would actually have to raise it in order to actually offset the lateral forces. The steel itself cannot tolerate impacts, and it can't tolerate lateral stress, low edge angles. MagnaMax seems like it basically slows down what normally blunts your edges. So if you look at the edge retention charts and you're like, oh, well, 15V Maximate, they outcut it. Yes, in controlled cut testing. But in real world use, MagnaMax might actually outperform and outcut because it has other attributes. It's stainless, more strength and toughness at the edge. Now, I have posted my results on Instagram, maybe not on the forum, but 15V went to 390. Rex 76 actually went a little bit past 390, but I called it 390. So 390 out of 465 for those guys is, I think, an efficiency of like 77%. This is getting about 88%. MagnaMax has a lot of value to add to the market as far as I'm concerned, and appreciate Sal for sending this out to me, and hopefully we get to see this out in the wild soon.